Did your dad encourage you to follow your passion, acting?
He did. I mean, my parents let me go to Hollywood at 17.
Wow.
I mean, who would do that today?
No, I mean, no.
No.
Wait, so did you drive across country?
No, he gave me a ticket. I flew
Okay.
in. We stayed with a family friend of ours, my
Okay.
godfather, Michael Bell, who grew up with my parents in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So I stayed with him. He was really successful. He had a beautiful house. So I got somewhere to go at night.
Okay.
But during the day, I would sneak into all the studios and I would try to get auditions. I would sneak into casting sessions.
Yeah.
You know, put grease in my hair to try to be a greaser or whatever the part
right,
was.
whatever it was.
But my parents said, well, actually, I came out for 2 weeks. They gave me $300. They said, you got 2 weeks to become a movie star. And then if it happens, great. But if not, you go back to Albany State, upstate New York,
Right.
SUNY.
Of course.
So I got a commercial my first 2 weeks.
Yes.
No kidding.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial.
And so did you say to them,
I made it.
Well, I said, Dad, I got a commercial. I'm sitting next to the Colonel.
Oh
I was right next to the Colonel. I had no lines, but I'm cheering in a football game. So he said, okay, you could stay till the end of August.
Right.
But at the end of August, you got to come back and go start school. Okay, I stayed the end of August and I got a little movie.
Okay.
And then
now we're talking.
And then they let me stay for a year. And I stayed for a year.
Did you ever go back to Albany State?
Yeah.
You
After
did?
a year, because I hated it. I didn't hate it. I didn't like the culture in LA.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was really lonely. And
Yeah.
you know, young actors are really competitive. I didn't
Yes.
make any friends.
Right.
And I left. And I did really well. I did a couple of movies. I did some commercials. I made some money. But I left and I did go to Albany State.
You
and I wanted to be a
finished.
regular person.
Yeah, and
Normal
then
person.
what drove you? So you're like Al Pacino in The Godfather 3. What brought you back in?
I got a call from my agent at the time, a guy named Arnold Rifkin.
Okay.
Who was a good agent, and he called me and he said, I got an audition for a movie in Portugal called The Boys from Brazil. And I said, I don't want to be an actor anymore. It's not for me anymore. It's not I want to be a regular person. And I loved being at school.
Yeah, sure.
Because there was no pressure. I just had to study, have fun. It was great. So I said, okay, I'll go. My father said to me, go down, do the audition.
Yeah.
You can always say no. So I went down, they sent a car, I went down, did the audition, and I got the part.
Oh my gosh.
And
now what? Now then,
off to
then
Portugal.
what happened?
And I couldn't say no.
You had to do it.
Yeah.
Well, but you know, it's funny. Sometimes, thank you, but sometimes I think it would have been, sometimes for me, it might have been better to be a regular civilian person and not an actor. There are times when
Sure.
it's a strange life.
Yes.
So there are times when I think maybe I would have been happier being normal. regular.
There's probably nobody else I would believe that line coming out of but you. I actually believe it. I know that you mean it.
Yeah.